Hi guys, I don't know who all's there. I haven't decided if we're going to be inside or outside. Gotta turn the radio down. Ah, shoot. Okay. Hi Felicia. I'm thinking of that. Goodbye Felicia. Okay. So, hey Earls. I think we're gonna head outside. Want to see Canyon Lake, California? Here. How do I turn it around? So we've got wild weather today. Check out the whitecaps on the lake. It's crazy. It's windy and it's fantastic. It's been raining and gray, which is my favorite weather. People move to California because they want the warm weather and I want the cold weather. So, I thought I would do, although I can't see Shiznit right now. Hey! Hey! It's so pretty right now. I wanted to sit out here and do our reading. Maybe I will. I wanted to, It is, isn't it? I wanted to look something up. Me and my paralyzed face. God. Hold on. There was a song. I was out here doing my patio, like I've been working in my garden, and a song came on. And it gave me a message. God, this is awful. It is Ed Sheeran's new song. Do you guys know it? I gotta look up the lyrics because I heard it and then I thought, hold on a second, I'm gonna get everything. You guys look out there at the gorgeousness and I'll be back. Okay, so we're out here. And I haven't done a soul family meetup for a while, and I thought maybe we should do it, you know? Maybe we should. So Ed Sheeran's new song. It might get crazy because it's crazy wind. Is this the one? I don't care, running with my baby. Okay. All right. I'm feeling frozen. It actually sucks really bad. I'm gonna let you guys look out there while I organize this song. I actually, as soon as I did this, I wasn't really thinking. I just, something came up. I got a message from Spirit, right? And as soon as I posted it, I thought, what the hell are you doing? I can't talk. My whole right side of my face is frozen, and it's like I have paralysis on my face. So it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm thinking, I don't understand why I just did this. But okay, I'm gonna turn this around. Okay, so it's all whited out. So anyway, right now you're asking how is it feeling? I have no feeling here. It's like you guys have just gone to the dentist and gotten a needle, and you know how you don't want to, this is crazy. I'm going to go over here for a second. There. You know how you don't want to see anybody because when you smile, this part goes down like that. And this lip down here is double the size because I keep crunching on it and it's bloody and bleeding. It's really disgusting. So I thought to myself, yes, I've got nerve damage for sure. And I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be something that I can do to make this turn around, right? Because it was a message. And what I thought was, the reason I had this wisdom tooth taken out, you can see my face is swollen down here. It's all bruised and swollen, was because I need a crown. I need a root canal at the back molar. and the wisdom tooth was kind of coming in to it on the side. And if they went to try and crown that, he was worried that he would hit the wisdom tooth. Wisdom tooth was all the way through. I don't know what they were talking about, but I guess there was a little spot that it was kind of moving over. So, and that molar, that hurts. Like it needs to have a root canal, right? So the tooth is sore. So I thought instead of bitching and complaining about it, maybe this is my body's way. Like, you know, when a trauma happens to your body, it reacts, right? Like my cat got bit by a black widow and it shot out this natural antihistamine type thing, and he got a rash all over his body, but then he started scratching it, and then he got sores. So there's all these things that happen, like a succession of things that happen. So I thought, well, my face is numb, and it's scaring me because it's hard for me to speak. It's hard for me to form my words. I can't move this part of my mouth properly, and I keep cutting it. But I thought, okay, I'll start talking to my body. And I said, you know what, this tooth was getting sore, so maybe this is my body's way. And I said to my body, thank you for numbing me up so that I don't feel that sore tooth until they can get the crown done. So I'm kind of putting it out like that, and I'm hoping that when they can get the crown done, the paralysis will go away. Otherwise, I'm shit out of luck. I don't know what else to do. I was trying to think of it in a positive light, right? There's nothing else I can do. So I'm out here on my patio, which now I can't see shit because I'm sitting over here again. So we'll go back over where I'm at. I'm sitting out here on my patio. I came out and I decided to repot my plants, and I was organizing everything, and I had my headset on. And I'm dancing away. I love music. Everybody knows I love music. I've got my musical Wisconsin family friends on right now. And this Ed Sheeran's new song came on. So it's the song called I Don't Care. So let me, God, this is frustrating. Hold on, I'm putting you right here. And I'm gonna tell you why we got this. A message came to me. Okay, so now, everybody knows I was trying to move to Sedona, right? And I wanted the certain place, and I wasn't able to get that, but my landlord offered me another place, and I didn't take it because after I had this done, I was in agony, and I had too much of a rush, and I couldn't drive with the Vicodin in my mouth and, you know, my body. And so anyway, I felt like it was a missed opportunity, right? And I was bummed about it. But everything happens for a reason. So I'm out on my patio, and this song comes on. And the song, I'm going to let you guys look outside while I read the lyrics to this song. I'm at a party, and I don't want to be. I don't even wear a suit and tie, wondering if I could sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in the eyes. And then you take my hand. Finish my drink. Shall we dance? You know I love you. Did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everybody's got too much to say. Everybody feels like I'm nobody. I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in anyway? 'Cause I don't care. When I'm with my baby, all the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. 'Cause I don't care as long as you hold me near. You can take me anywhere. And you're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. We're at that party that we don't want to be at, trying to talk, but we can't hear ourselves. I read your lips, I'd rather kiss them right back. With all these people around, I'm crippled with anxiety. But I'm told it's where I'm supposed to be. You know what? It's kind of crazy because I don't really mind when you make it better like that. We don't think we fit in at this party. Everybody's got so much to say. But now I think we should stay because I'm with my baby and all the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby. You can take me anywhere and you make me feel like I'm loved by somebody. So hi Amy. So I'm singing along and I'm hearing this song, and I think we are going back inside. I can't do it out here. I wanted you guys to see how pretty it was, but so I'm listening to that song and I'm thinking to myself, I keep trying to move, right? And that's what happens. That's what keeps happening. No matter what. Stuff's falling over, things aren't working out, and I keep pushing, right? Push, push, push. Trying to get there, trying to get there. And I think about that movie that I talked to you guys about, and how I said that, you know, that guy was so hell-bent on getting into Stanford. He wanted to be in that elite crowd, right? It was so important that he get there. And that he lied, and he pretended to be somebody that he wasn't, right? He ditched his cool friends, like his regular friends, his normal everyday friends. He ditched them. He made his dad feel bad, said that his alma mater wasn't good enough for him because he wanted to get to this place. So then he's finally at that place, right? He's lying. He isn't who he says he is. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't really belong there, but he wants to be there because he thinks that's the cool place and that's what's acceptable. And, you know, his other friends that he hung out with before completely pushed to the side. And so he's got this hot chick. And so then she says, so what are you going to do when you get into Stanford, right? Because this is where all the rich people were going to go. And he goes, and he thinks about it and he goes, I don't know. And she goes, like, she had everything arranged. She knew where she was going. He had no idea where he was going, right? All he could think about was that he wanted to get to Stanford because his life would be so much better when he got to Stanford. And he goes, I don't know. He goes, I don't think it really matters, does it? And she goes, yeah, it does. And then he tells her the truth, and he tells her that, you know, I don't live in the neighborhood that I told you about. I don't even own this car. And I just wanted to meet you. You know, and he's thinking this is good because he's actually a good guy, right? He's a good guy. And he says, I just really wanted to meet you. And so he says, I lied. And he goes, I'm sorry. And she looks at him and she goes, yeah, you are sorry. And he goes, well, and I don't know what he said, something. And she's just like, see you later. I don't want anything to do with you. And she goes, because you're a liar. And then she walks away. Now, all throughout the movie, it made it look as though, you know, oh, she's this rich hoity-toity person, and there's nothing wrong with being wealthy, right? And there was nothing wrong with the fact that she was who she was. What was wrong was he was lying about who he was. He didn't have to do that. She liked him. It didn't matter, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm thinking a lot of things. And then he goes back to his other girlfriend, right? The one who was actually his friend, the one who had been his friend all along. And then he's like, hey, I'm back. And she's like, yeah, no thanks. I don't take second. I'm not second best, right? I'm not leftovers. Yeah, he is pretty cute, the guy. And he's actually a decent guy, right? I mean, you could tell he was a good guy. And he just thought it was important that he bettered himself, right? And so I'm singing a song, I'm with my baby. You know, I'm just singing away and I'm dancing on the patio. I love to dance and I love to sing. And I keep trying to get to Sedona. And this place that I didn't get wasn't in Sedona. Now, why was I wanting to get to Sedona? Because there's people like me in Sedona, right? There's a lot of spiritual people. It's not unusual to hear somebody talk the way I talk in Sedona. But Spirit gave me a message for my friend Troy out in Wisconsin when I was out there. And I was supposed to give him the message, and he didn't want to hear anything I had to say, but I did anyway. And the message was basically a message that I should have heard for myself. Basically, the message was, you don't have to go anywhere. What you need to do is do you here. And when you do here in front of everybody in your hometown, you'll be successful. Whether you are making $1 million, and that's what I didn't even get at the time. It had nothing to do with money and success. It had everything to do with just being yourself, embracing who you were, where you were at. You know, and I thought to myself, okay, Spirit keeps telling us not to say, this is really hard. I gotta tell you, talking is a workout. This is like working. I feel like I'm lifting a 5-pound weight to lift my bottom part of my lip up. It's weird. So I thought to myself, Spirit keeps telling us not to settle, right? Don't settle. Don't settle on relationships. Don't settle on jobs. Don't settle on where you're going to live. Well, hi. So I kept trying to get to Sedona, and I ended up, I was going to take that place in Montezuma as well. 5 years in the future. But the thing is, I didn't want Montezuma as well. I wanted Sedona. So why was I doing that? It was like I keep doing that. I keep watering down my request to the universe. And I was thinking about that couple, right? I like dancing. I like being going to a club and going dancing. It's fun. There aren't any clubs like that in Sedona. There aren't. Actually, anywhere that you can go dancing in Sedona. I love dancing. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking about people like, I said I hate LA. God, I hate LA. I don't like it personally, but, there's a lot of fun, active lifestyle stuff happening in California. And I heard in my head, what are you running from? Like, where do you think you're going? What's going to happen when you get there? What's going to change when you get there, right? How's it going to change when you're there from here? Well, clearly I love to hike, so that's the one thing. But, and I just started thinking about that song. And the thing is, when they first got to that party, they didn't feel like they fit in. They didn't belong in that crowd, right? And he said, I'm sorry, let's go. And they were going to, and she's like, no, come dance with me. And he felt uncomfortable because he felt like, they didn't really fit in and everyone's looking at him like he's weird and he's really not part of those people. And I thought, it's kind of like going to the beer and wine garden here in Temecula, right? Who says that the music there is just for the people who ride bikes? Who says that I can't go there? It's a club. You can go in there. Anybody can go in there. The problem is you are going to not feel like you belong everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, if you feel that you're an outsider, you're an outsider. So stay where you're at and do what you do where you're at. And if there aren't a lot of spiritual people in the area where you are, then create some, right? Start talking about it and getting to know people in this area. But the message to me was, I like dancing. And I understand that. I probably would have said, we don't really fit in here. But if you're with one person, all you need is one. You just need one person to change things, right? And he's like, I'm sorry, we don't fit in, we don't belong here. And he felt stupid and everyone's looking at him. But the girl looks at him and she's like, you're with me. You belong here, right? We belong here. The music is here and we're dancing and we're having fun. And it really doesn't matter as long as you're with the right person. You could be anywhere. You don't have to be in a poor place. You don't have to be in a rich place. You just have to be happy with yourself where you're at. So anyway, I just thought it was a huge epiphany to me. First of all, not to settle. I didn't want to move to Montezuma as well. I wanted to move to Sedona. So if I don't have Montezuma as well, if I don't have Sedona, then why am I moving? I've got a beautiful place right here where I'm at, right? And at this moment, I'm actually really missing dancing. And I feel like, what? I can go wherever I want to go and I can fit in. So I was just curious to see what Spirit had to say about all of this. I felt like there was a message coming in, and that was just, there's a lot of people who don't feel like they belong. Song playing. What goes around comes around. So if you guys want, I'll do, I don't even think I'm going to do I just bit this and it's bleeding everywhere. Oh, God. Anybody have any ideas? Tell me. But I'm going to do a reading. And I will do personal reading for you guys. Maybe Christina could be my secretary. I know people, I don't know what time it is out wherever you guys are. I know it's probably farther ahead. But I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a couple items and then I'll do a reading for whoever asks. And what can we choose? I don't know. I get so tired of trying to choose things, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. That's how we're going to do it because I don't know what to choose. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. That's going to be your message specifically. And then I'll do 5 people. A reading for 5 people if you guys ask. If I can keep my mouth from slicing my lip open. Okay. So who's all there? I see 9 people, but I can't see who all's there. Christina's got to go run pick up her son, so she can't be my secretary. Okay, Tammy. So Tammy, can you be the secretary and write down 5 people, counting you and John? So 3 more after you. So So group 1. For those who chose group 1, what is the message from Spirit? The message is Eclipse Mermaid. Okay, so the Eclipse Mermaid talks about a time when there's going to be a major change, major shifts of energy that happen. Thank you. The number is 10. So the number 10 means that there's an ending of something and the beginning of something else. This is a time when you might change your group of friends, as I was saying. You might cut your hair. You might move. You might quit your job. This is a time when you go a completely different direction. This is also a time when truths might be told, scandals might be uncovered. It's a time of great shifting, right? A shifting of everything around, everything the way that you knew it before. And it doesn't have to affect everybody in the same way. But there's definitely an energetic shift that's taking place during this time. So when we have an eclipse, there's nothing that you can do to stop an eclipse any more than you can stop the moon from pulling the tide, right? It's going to happen. So for you, as I said, it might be that you're going to stop hanging out with the people that you were hanging out with. You're going to quit your job. You're going to move. You're going to find out about something that you didn't know. You might have a revelation, a sudden revelation, an epiphany. You might have a truth be told to you that you weren't aware of. Something's going to change. And it's interesting. Look what I've got on my sweater. The eclipse. Isn't that interesting? So there's nothing you can do to prepare for it. There's nothing you can do to get away from it. You just have to understand that if you are following your soul's path, it won't be quite as upsetting. If you aren't following your soul's path, it's going to be more difficult for you. And right now, basically, just prepare. Just don't try and fight the change. And it's kind of like with me, with this move to Montezuma. I didn't go, right? Now, I don't know. My landlord could call me. I've still got a few days, 10 days or 7 days, but I don't know. I just kind of decided that I'm just going to go with the flow. You know, whatever it is. When I called him and I said, I'll take it if you still have it available, and he didn't return the call. So I'm leaving it. I'm just leaving it, because if a door closes, there's a reason. And in all reality, when I went to get this this wisdom tooth checked on, I said to him, if I have to get this wisdom tooth removed, I'm not taking it. That's what I said. But then I got the wisdom tooth removed, and then I was trying to figure out ways that I could still do it. But I had already said, I said it myself, if I have to get this wisdom tooth removed, I won't take it. So why was I changing things around? I did have to get the wisdom tooth. So I should have stuck with what I said, because that's how the universe works, right? Okay, here's your opportunity. If this doesn't happen, then we're not going to go that way. Well, then why are you going to try and finagle it around? Let it be. You're not supposed to be there, because if I was supposed to be there, I wouldn't have had to get my wisdom tooth taken out. So stop fighting, basically, and just kind of go with what's happening in the universe. I'm curious to see what's coming. So for those who chose, hey Melissa, group 2. Correct for the neutrality. For those who chose group 2, group 2. The Juggler. Okay, so look at this person. They're exhausted. I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted? I'm looking at the 3 peaks on his jester's hat. It makes me think of maybe there's 3 directions somebody can go in. It makes me feel like you've got options, right? We all have options. I could go this way, I could go that way. He's got these, but what it's interesting to me is what he's got in his hand. He doesn't seem to be very interested in what he's got in his hand. He's looking to the side. So the options that he's got don't seem very appealing, right? He's tired, and they don't interest him, is what I notice. So why is that? Are you obviously you're not in the right place, or the options in front of you aren't something that are pleasing to you. He seems to be in a bit of a daze, actually, to me. So that's just, I've never thought about that when I've seen this card before. So right now, it could be you've got a lot that you have to do. Like, say, if I was to take that place, right? I would have to pack my stuff. I would have to figure out how to get my animals there and figure out the teeth. There were so many things that I had to take care of. It was overwhelming. So you may have to do a lot of things. You may have a lot of commitments. You may have a lot of, and this may not hit yet. It may be about to hit, right? So you're having to multitask. And you're wondering if you have the energy to do this, if I can take care of this all, if I'm going to be able to do all of this that's happening here. And Spirit says, you know, because look, I'm exhausted. How can I do one more thing? If I have one more thing that comes on me, I'm going to lose my shit, right? So Spirit says prioritize. What's the most important thing? And I keep going back to what I did. Because the priority, the thing was, okay, you got the hacienda or you get your teeth done. Because they said to me, you could wait and come back and have it done in 3 months. Now that's a bummer. I wish I had, because that guy, I wouldn't have had that guy and he wouldn't have damaged my nerve. But I said, well, for me, the most important thing was my teeth. So that was a priority. So we do that first. We do one thing at a time, right? And now I've got like Vicodin inside of me. Like right now I don't, and I probably should because this is hurting. But I'm just using myself as an example because I can't use all of you. There's a lot of things that I'm limited. I'm exhausted. I'm run down. So what do you have to do? You got to take care of yourself. Well, you can't take care of yourself if you got all of these things that you have to do. So then what is the most important thing for you to do? And are you putting more upon yourself than you need to, right? Prioritize. What needs to be done? One thing. Pick that. Start with that. And then everything else that has to get done, fit it in as you can. But you can't be everywhere at the same time. You can't be the be-all, end-all to everyone. But you do have to take care of yourself, right? Hi, Tim. So, and Spirit says if you do it that way, if you prioritize, if you say, okay, all right, if I'm looking at all these things in front of me, what is the most important thing for me? If I couldn't do, if I was literally to the place like this, right? I can't drive. I can't drive if I got Vicodin. I'm fucking hitting my lips, sorry. God. Oh my God. So, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. Okay, that's it. And then delegate. Delegate authority. Because sometimes people feel like nothing gets done if they don't do it. It's not going to get done right if I'm not the one who's doing it. And Spirit's saying, you're doing a shitty job. If you're going to try and do all of it when you're that tired, you're going to do a shitty job. So yeah, anybody can do it as good as you. If you're going to do a shitty job, delegate. Let somebody else do it. You don't have to. A lot of times people feel responsible. I just bit my lip again. God. And if you do prioritize and you do allow yourself to understand that there are people that can help you, and you ask people to help you, and you ask Spirit to help you, they understand what you're going through, and you will be able to do what you need to do. So the success comes with understanding that it's important to delegate authority. That's how a king does things, right? The king doesn't do everything himself. They have people that they appoint to do things. So a lot of times I think people feel more important. It makes them feel important if they're the one that's doing everything, but they're running themselves into the ground. Because why? Because you want to look important? You want people to think that you're doing it all? It's like you need to drop that. You need to understand that you can manage to do what you need to do, but you don't need to do it all. A lot of times it's about, you know, I want to be the one that everybody, you know, but if you let everybody take a place and everybody has a job, it's the mentality needs to shift. It needs to be shifted to a group success mentality. Our group can have success. It doesn't have to just be you. A great leader knows how to delegate authority. The ibuprofen will help. I have it. I didn't know if that would help it. Hold on. It's so swollen, it's ridiculous. I just went and bought some because I bought ibuprofen with like the sleepy time stuff, and it's great at night, but I can't do it during the day. I don't normally take pills. So that's another thing for me. I don't normally take Western medicine, so my body is kind of like not feeling real happy with me. Okay, so that's group 2. Group 3, we're going to go to the Heal Yourself deck. It's just gross because I keep tasting blood. Ugh. So awful. It's like I had a stroke. It's like I had a mini stroke. It better go away. I'd be so sad if this doesn't stop. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For group 3, for those who chose group 3, self-love. I like this a lot. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at her. So, the very first song, that's what it was, self-love, right? I mean, think about it. They didn't feel like they belonged at that party. Why? Why shouldn't they be at that party and have fun? Because they didn't feel good about themselves. Why? Because they were worried about what everybody else thought. They should have been more worried about what they thought. And she said, I think you're awesome. I like you and I love this music. So we do belong here. So clearly everything has a problem with self-love. There's a lot of self-love issues. 2 and 4, everything's happening the way it's meant to happen. We're getting double emphasis on this one for some reason. The paralysis will pass, I hope so. It's been a few days. Okay, so the biggest obstacle that we have is self-criticism, right? We beat up ourselves. I don't think I belong at this party. People are looking at me weird. You know, there's something wrong. My face is frozen. I can't believe I'm doing this on camera. So basically it's self-criticism, self-judgment. Our body isn't fit enough. You know, I've been single all this time. I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I don't own my own house, and I lost my job. And it's like, you know, you allow it to track, you know, that all of those things aren't who you are. You aren't the fact that you lost your job, right? You lost your job has nothing to do with you. It's you lost your job. It happens a lot to a lot of people. So Spirit's saying right now there needs to be less self-judgment, more self-love. Have you been trying to compete with other people? Like I said, with that group, the song, right? Go into a party and we don't belong here. We're not wearing the right clothes. We don't fit in. And it's like, you know what? As long as you got one other person, take a buddy. I don't know. Stop saying that you have to be a certain way. Stop trying to compete with other people. Stop trying to get other people's approval. If they don't love you for who you are, why do you care what they think of you? They shouldn't be your friends anyway, right? They should love you for who you are. Even, you know, this is even family. A lot of times people understand this in groups or whatever, but within the family, they still compete for attention. They want approval of their grandmother, of their grandfather, of their mom, of their dad, of their brother. Well, my brother he's a lawyer. You know, he's a lawyer and he's got this gorgeous house, he's got this great car. And me, I can't keep a job. I don't know what's wrong. And I'm constantly comparing myself to my older brother, right? Or my older sister. Oh, you guys are sweet. Thank you. So there's only one of you. And if you don't start loving you, you're going to have one problem after another. So this is about breathing. I got this from Spirit today too. As I was, you know, mulling over in my mind if I had missed an opportunity by not taking that place that was so amazing, right? God, was that a missed opportunity? Did I blow it? Did I chicken out and I blew it? And then I was listening to somebody talk and I heard breathe. And we got this yesterday. Breathe. You need to breathe. You need to just stop for a second and breathe. Take a breath and ask yourself, is it really that tragic? Is it really that important? Whatever it is that you are trying to compare yourself to, whoever you're trying to judge yourself because you're not as good as them. I don't know. I don't think that I do that, right? I don't feel like I compete. I've never been somebody, I've always said that. I don't compete. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not. And yet, I think that we all do stuff like this without even realizing what we're doing. Because I was thinking about sitting in that dentist chair, right? And does it hurt? Yes. Does it hurt? Yes. And tell me if it hurts and I'll stop. But he wasn't stopping. And yet I didn't feel brave enough. Why? Why didn't I feel like I could say something about my own body? This guy was, stop. We'll have to figure out a different way to do this. I wouldn't be dealing with this right now if I had said to him, no, we're not doing anymore. But I gave my power over to this person. That is not an act of self-love. I allowed myself to be mutilated and pained because I didn't love myself enough to speak up. And I was shocked at myself. I really was. I thought about it later and I thought, why did you sit there like that? I don't understand. Because this person was somebody that was in authority. Well, authority schmorty. Who cares? I don't care if you're a freaking dentist. You're not good at your job. At all. You should be reported. And if I can figure out where to report you, I will. But that was not an act of self-love. So how many different things do we do often that are not an act of self-love? And it's not about, we have had it beat into us for so many years to not be selfish, to not think of ourselves first, to not be greedy, to not be stuck up, to be whatever, that we end up putting ourselves last for everything and everyone. It's a huge problem. And I was saying to my landlord today, I'm a spiritual teacher. I teach this all the time. And I sat in that chair and didn't feel like I could speak. So it was a really good message to me about judging another person who might be feeling like they need to answer to their family or their friends. Oh, well, so they matter more than I do? Well, I don't know. You sat in that dentist chair and you let that guy mutilate you and you didn't say anything. Why? You're a grown-ass woman. You teach this all day long. How come you didn't stop him? I don't know. I don't know. It was almost like peer pressure. It was ridiculous, really. So things like this happen so that you can see it from somebody else's perspective, so it's not as easy sometimes. To stand up. But you can start by saying, I deserve to be treated with respect. I love myself. I'm not going to allow you to diminish me, and I'm not going to allow me to diminish me. There's nothing wrong with me. Maybe I'm not as quick on the uptake as you are. Maybe I don't have a degree like you do. Maybe I don't live in the area that you live in. And maybe I don't drive a Mercedes or a Range Rover like you do. But I'm entitled to love just as much as you are. And if I look at you or all of those things and feel that that makes me less than you, I'm not loving myself. That's a problem. Okay. We just did those 3 for some reason, and I don't even know, I'll hear later what I'm supposed to hear. But I'm going to, for the people that would like to have a message from Spirit, I'm ready for you. I hope that dentist isn't putting in your crown. No, I said to them, no, it's not my regular dentist. They had to bring in an oral surgeon. He's awesome. My regular dentist, he's amazing. He did a root canal and a crown in like half an hour and I didn't even feel it. I've never had that happen before. He's amazing. This guy? No, this guy's a butcher. It was awful. I hope that the paralysis goes away. I think that there's a message that I'm missing. So it hit a nerve. A too aggressive surgeon hit a nerve and it damaged me. It left me damaged. So a surgeon is somebody who removes something. Okay, so somebody's trying to remove something. Somebody's trying to take something out, which is a positive thing. They're trying to help you. But they're too aggressive and they damage you in doing that. There's something about that that keeps floating around in my head. I guess I'll pick up on later. All right, so Christina is first. I trusted someone that was supposed to help me, and they damaged me. Thank you. That was the message I was supposed to hear, because that's what I've watched in my dreams for the person in my life that I love. And it's for me. I trusted someone that was supposed to love me, and they damaged me. They left me paralyzed. They left me numb. Wow. Yes, they did. Wow. And so for me, the message is, it wasn't my fault. I trusted you. I trusted you. You were supposed to help me. And that was your job, and you were supposed to be good at it. And you didn't listen to my needs. You didn't hear what I was trying to say to you, what I needed. You acted like you were going to listen, but you didn't. Because you said if it hurt, you would stop, but you didn't stop. You kept doing it. And it literally damaged me and left me not only numb, but in pain. And that's the part that I thought was so intriguing, was how can this be numb? Numb. And yet, at the same time, I have pain. I'm numb and I'm in pain. It's like in relationships, right? I was so damaged by somebody that was supposed to love me and care for me that it literally numbed my heart and it left me in pain. I understand that. Okay, Christina, first message. This is wonderful. We got this yesterday, and I like this because now it's confirmation. A message coming from afar. Now, today as I was driving doing errands, we saw 3 Red Hawks. 3. Full circle completion. The song that was playing when we started was What Goes Around Comes Around, right? Ascended Masters working with you. And this talks about a message coming from afar. Expect positive and refreshing news, a great outcome for everyone involved. I'm ready for that. That's your message. Who's next? I'm just going to start taking who I see. So, Melissa, I'll take you. For Melissa, what is Melissa's message? I need to know who's next. Lee? Okay, I'm going to do Melissa first because I didn't know. Melissa? Yours flipped upright. So patience. Every Aries favorite word. You're entering a time of great love and peace. Be patient. Allow the current storm to clear. This talks about resurrection. The resurrection of something from the past, someone from the past, you. A resurrection. No more wounds, only love predicted for the future. So, allow the current storm to clear. Now, that can be in many different ways, right? We can have a storm in our heart. We can have a storm outside. We can have a storm, a fight with people. But something's going to come up. Something's coming back. It's going to be resurrected. No more wounds, only love predicted. I love that. All right, so I hope so, Felicia. Thank you. I can't explain to you. Now this is like, it helps me with people that have paralysis. I am paralyzed. It's very difficult to talk. It's hard for me to enunciate and for me to speak. And I feel like I've got a 5-pound weight that I'm working out. So I really hope this does go away. It's very hard. You do get it? Okay, good. So Lee is second. I'll do Lee right now. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Lily. I'm asking for a good one for Lee. She's been through a lot. Lee's just lost her mother to spirit. It's a difficult time. So everybody, she could use a lot of love from her soul family. If you guys want to send her some love. It's a hard thing to go through. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Lee. Oh, wow. Passion. I wonder what this is in regards to. Woo! This is love, sexual energy, passions aroused. Your kundalini is awakening. The sun, the giver of life, a gift of some sort coming forward. A new infusion of energy, something that's beyond your control. So something to do, and Spirit wants you to surrender to it. So you told me you've been having it, it's been difficult, right? And we just had the full moon, and there's major changes happening right now. Your kundalini is reawakening, and it's funny because my twin soul said to me when he found me in Sedona, when he learned that I was a Reiki master, we knew each other way before we had become spiritual. Well, and he said, I've had my awakening, right? My kundalini, my third eye. But the thing is, we're constantly reawakening to another level. So that's what's going on with you right now, is your kundalini has been reawakened. And when that happens, Lee, you feel like you're losing your freaking mind. All kinds of shit goes down. My dreams last night were so crazy. Oh my God. I was trying to make sense. It's the first dream that I couldn't make sense of. It was nuts. It was really nuts. I mean, everybody that had brown hair needed to have blonde hair. They all needed to get blonde hair. That was the dream. It kept going on and on and on about you all need to get blonde hair. All the dark-haired people have to get blonde hair. Well, I know lighter hair means spiritual, so it's probably about awakening, right? But when your Kundalini reawakens, you have all kinds of stuff that's happening in your body. Everything that goes strange, and you don't know why you're crying, you don't know why you're feeling sad, you don't know why you're angry, why you're dropping things. Everything goes nuts when your Kundalini is reawakened. But it's positive when you get through that. That's why we're asking for the storm to pass. But the sexual energy, that's your sacral chakra, right? So something to do with creativity, something to do with your spiritual path, something that you're passionate about. There's a gift in this, whatever this is that's going on. So being that it's beyond your control, like this is beyond my control, I have to surrender to it, right? I just have to let it run its course. So that's what they're asking for you. Oh, I just bit it again. Yeah. Okay, so, wow, John, right when I went to say your name, you guys saw me take the 2 ibuprofen, right? It might be, Amy. Yeah. Because you're around a lot of, you're associating with spiritual people, and as you start listening to things and waking things up, yeah, I'm telling you, and when it starts happening really quickly, I was told by a spiritual person when I was going to go on my path that it's going to come really fast. And if it comes too quickly, you need to say to spirit, slow down. It's too fast for me. Now, that dentist, you need to tell me when I need to slow down, right? And I didn't. Same thing happened when I had my Kundalini reawakened. When I had my reawakening, Spirit was throwing things at me really, really fast because I kept saying, bring it, bring it, bring it. I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. But it was way too fast. It was. I acted like a crazy person. I mean, if you guys remember me back, I mean, I can go back 5 years in my dreams, and I can go 5 years in my readings, and the things that I thought that I was seeing, the things that I thought that I understood at the time, now if I looked at them, I would re-examine them a little bit differently. But it's because I had so much coming in on me, right? I was dreaming with everybody. I was seeing things happen. I didn't know what was literal. I didn't know what was symbolic. At times, I felt like I was losing my mind. And so I might have done or said things that I shouldn't have said. I might have hurt people. You know, I got very aggressive. Maybe that was me. Maybe I was trying to help somebody, and doing so I was too aggressive and I hurt them. I hit a nerve and it hurt them. It made them numb to me. Who knows? So yes, say to Spirit, slow it down. Slow it down. It's coming too fast. It's too hard for me to handle. They will slow it down. No, because it's not. It's the nerve. I don't know what else to do. Okay, who's next? John's. So I did. Okay, so John's next, and then I don't know who I did, you guys. You guys are going to have to help me. That's why I have to have a secretary. Felicia's next? Okay. Same message. Patience. You're entering a time of great love and peace. Be patient. Allow this to pass. This too shall pass was the famous line, right? Allow the storm to clear. There's a resurrection of some sort in some way. No more wounds. No more wounds. Only love predicted for the future. So basically the message is the hard stuff is, you've already dealt with the hard stuff. Just kind of let it pass. Something good's on its way. Then John's 4. Okay. Then Tammy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. John. La nature. Okay. So you see the belly. This is the Empress. Here she is with her burgeoning belly. This is new beginnings. La nature. So nature. You will give birth to something new. Some fabulous idea is going to manifest. There's the beginning, and we know this, don't we, John and Tammy? The beginning of a wonderful new adventure. That's what it says. An idea. You're going to have an aha moment, an idea. It's the beginning of a new wonderful adventure. That's your message. Okay, Tammy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So Tammy. Tammy. Flame of love. So basically they want you to allow the energy, the love inside of you to radiate out in all directions. They want you to stand tall in your sense of self-love and self-worth, right? Whatever is going on in your life right now that's making you feel less than this is an illusion. So the love will burn away the illusion. And when that happens, you're going to discover new possibilities for yourself because something's stopping you. Something is there. This is a time of transformation. This is a time of ideas, time for creativity, and it all starts with your love, with your own self-love, so that if there's somebody in your life that's saying that you can't, that you shouldn't, whatever, that is the whole issue. Remember the message about wanting to please people or competing for approval or whatever? This is the message here. Stand tall in your own sense of self-worth and self-truth. What is true to you? That might be that person's truth, but we're talking about what's true for you. And when you do that, you're loving yourself. And then you're radiating love out, and when we send love out, love comes back. So Amy, I've been doing that CBD oil. I just want my feeling to come back. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, you guys have so much. Hold my hand on the numb part. My lip, look how big it is. It's double the size because I bit it so many times. It's hard to eat food, but that's a good idea. When I go to eat my food, I should pull my lip down. So embarrassing. It's awful. Okay. Your soul family loves you. Okay. I don't know who's next. So Tammy, we did. Amy, did I do you? Okay, who's next? I don't know who's next. Amy? Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Hi, Willow. Hi, honey. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Amy. Angel over me. Oh, I love this, Amy. I love this. This is a protection card. Angel wings surround you. You're being asked to trust and replace your fear with love. You are eternally held safe within the arms of an angel. You have an angel assigned to you, and they know what you're going through. You are completely protected and loved. So feel that. Imagine those wings wrapped around you. I say that often to my spiritual twin. I'm wrapping my wings around you. Can you feel them? Feel those wings wrap and replace the fear with love, because so they're asking you to trust. They're asking you to trust and understand that you are protected. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? I know I said 5, but I lied. I'm still here. If anybody else would like a reading, let me know. I'm going to grab my CBD oil. Hold on. Hi, Tim. What's the weather like in Wisconsin? I don't like the taste of this. These are Phoenix tears. Ugh. Oh, they're bitter. Oh my God, Amy. Amy said she's been asking Archangel Michael for help. And that was the message she got. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, Tim Tarian. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Tim Tarian. What's the message for Tim? I love that. I love that. That, you know, Amy, for you to ask for that and for you to get that message, that's pretty cool. That is him, Archangel Michael, answering you. Right? I mean, answering you just, I love that. I love that. When you ask for something and then you get something like that, that's clear. Cold and rainy, I love it. I love cold and rainy. Correct for neutrality for Tim. Woo! Okay, they all fell all over the place, so I have to do it again, sorry. Just a second. For Tim, what is the message for Tim? Message for Tim. Renewal. Okay. So Spirit wants you to rest. It is Sunday. Switch off your mind. So have you been overanalyzing something or thinking about something? They want you to switch off. They're telling you a little holiday would do you good. So just a mental break. You don't have to go anywhere. You're in a beautiful area. But they do want you to change your scenery. Maybe you need to go up to Sturgeon Bay and go visit your mama. Because they're telling you that if you change your scenery, something like they want you to see something different. Just take a drive or take a walk somewhere different. It results in a renewed clarity. It's kind of like when I'm in a place where I'm feeling stuck or I'm just kind of feeling lack, I go outside, I go for a walk, or I do, you know, and I'm shown things. I have epiphanies, things that come to mind. So they're telling you that a short holiday would do really, really good for you at this time, a change of scenery, so that you can get an idea. You're going to get an idea. You're heading there in July? That's kind of far away, isn't it? We're not even in June yet. So I'm wondering, Uncle Phil's playing at a gig at the most beautiful place right now today. Tim's Uncle Phil, that's his real uncle. I stole him as my surrogate uncle, but that's Tim's real uncle, my Uncle Phil. So Tim is what are you, Tim? You're like my surrogate. I guess if he's my uncle, what would you be, a surrogate cousin? So they're telling you that you would have a renewed sense of clarity and a renewed sense of purpose if you try something a little bit different. Even where you live, if you go for a walk somewhere different, it has to be something different than you normally do. And when you do that, you're going to see something, or something's going to come to you. Okay, we're cousins. Cuz? Correct for neutrality on all levels. You don't have to be my cuz. Just because your mom and dad and Uncle Phil claimed me, you don't have to. Troy hasn't. Okay, who's next? Oh, I love thunder. I love the thunderstorms in Wisconsin. Oh my God, they're the best. I always tell people about that. I love the thunderstorms there. I don't know why I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling. Okay, who's next? Same story in Minneapolis. We got a frost overnight. The frost is going to kill the flowers. That's not good. I just potted I love my patio. It's so cool. I went and got soil at the dollar store. $1.99 for a bag of really nice mixed peat moss. And I repotted all of my roses, all of my plants. So they're going to be blooming, and I got new pots. Who's next? I know. See, I do love doing what I do. Amy said, I believe you keep going because you doing readings fills you up with joy. It does. I gotta figure somebody to do. We got snow? Oh, in Duluth. All right, I'm gonna do one for me. Because I don't have anybody else asking for one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What do you have to say for me? Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. So this is about the song that's playing right now. I'd rather be the hunter than the prey. Because you're a natural. You got to be wow. And this message is basically saying not to be afraid of the mystery. Meaning I have no freaking clue where I'm going or what I'm doing. And it's telling me to take a chance and follow my heart. I'm being guided by an angel. So this is interesting for me. Because the message is, if you've been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, this is your confirmation to just do it. Just do what? So now this one isn't good for me. What is it that I want to do? Take a chance. Follow your heart. If you've been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, this is your confirmation. Just do it. I don't know what it is. Karen can be next. Okay. I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to do. Anybody have any ideas what I'm supposed to do? Correct for neutrality for Karen. Wavering about doing something. So you got the same message as Amy, angel over me. This is a protection card. This is telling you that there are angel wings that are surrounding you at this moment. And they're asking for you to trust in them. They're asking you to replace fear with love. Because you're safe. You're safe. Ooh, song right now. Oh, I know what this song is. When I was out on the patio, what is it? What is that song? Apple Bottom Jeans came on. And I thought, dang, I want to go dancing. Now this song right now, she's getting ready to go. It's when the guy says, you know that song? She's a... I decided to cheat. Things got heavy. She had me feeling like she's gonna blow. And she said, come get me. And she's leaving. Somebody come get me. Okay, who's next? Karen. Did I do Karen or am I doing you now? Sorry, I got into the song. Did I do one for you, Karen? I can't remember, sorry. It was like seconds ago, I know. My spiritual retreat. But I don't have it. I don't have it. So unless he calls and says, do you want it? If he calls and says, do you want it? I'm to say yes. But I think it's gone. So there's something else that's been near and dear to my heart. Follow my heart. What is it you want to do? I want to dance. I want to go dancing. Okay, I don't know who, if this is, I did you? I don't know if I want to take that chance. Where's it going to lead? But she's going to leave. All right, you guys. I guess we've got, it's there, but maybe not in the exact spot. So what, Sedona? Well, everyone had a reading. Maybe I'm supposed to pull another card for group 4. Group 4. So, do a soul family reading. Okay, for everybody. What is the most important thing that we need to focus on, Father? I'm going to ask from the Divine Circus. Ask the angels. Correct for neutrality. What is the most important thing to understand? Correct for neutrality. Out of the darkness. So, there's a seedling. You've planted a seed. And it's interesting, I'm looking at the scar on his face. I wonder if he had the same oral surgeon as I did. He's coming out of the darkness. And he's gained wisdom. Gray-headedness is a sign of wisdom. There's my wisdom. But something's pulling on his ear. Right here. So, he's carrying his scars. I just bit my lip again and it hurt like hell. So, there's seed pearls that it's interesting. His hair almost looks like octopus tentacles. And I always see something about his ear being pulled back. So, something that has been planted, you haven't seen it yet. But it took hold. It's rooted. And it's growing, even though you can't see it. And very soon, you're going to start to see the shoots come up. Oh my God, the song. I will fight for you, like I always do, until I'm black and blue. Okay, so something that's been troubling you, something that's been dark, it's going to turn into something different. I'm getting very emotional all of a sudden. This song, do you guys know this song? We'll make it through the other side like lovers do. I'll reach my hand out in the darkness and wait for yours to interlock. I'll wait for you. I saw this in my dream. Wow. So, what has been dark and gloomy, it's going to turn into something. I'm not giving up. Don't give up on me. Even when I'm down to my last breath. Even when they say there's nothing left. So don't give up on me. I'm not giving up. See his ear being pulled? Even when nobody else sees. And look who's here. You're not giving up, babe? No? That's my twin spirit cat. That's him talking. That's my twin. He comes and talks to me whenever my twin is speaking. Siam comes up. So this message is saying that something that has been very dark and gloomy is going to turn into something else, and it's my twin. So, because that's what we did. Why do I always have to cry with you guys? That's what we did in my dream. We reached our hands. And I do that. I see his picture and I put my hand up on his picture and I call him through. So for all of us, it's the same thing, that there's a time that's approaching fast. Something that you're not going to see it coming from the darkness. Whatever the challenge is, whatever it is that's been weighing on your heart, whatever it is that's been difficult, it's about to turn into something else. And what you're going through is actually assisting you in some way. So I often think about this, you know, like with this, what happened to me. There's a reason that this happened. It was, I'm not giving up. I'm not going down so easily, so don't give up on me. I'm going to reach out in the dark and wait for your hand to reach mine. And then Siam came up, right? So somebody did something. Somebody that was supposed to care for somebody hurt them really badly, and it caused a part of them to go numb. It was hard for them to open that part of themselves up. They shut down, and it hurts them at the same time. But this one is coming out of the darkness, and something is calling him out of the darkness. Something is calling to him, just like Siam came up and spoke. So even if your heart is very heavy right now, whatever this experience that you went through, it's helping you understand. So for me, I kept saying, how is it possible that something could be numb and hurt at the same time? But it can. I wouldn't have understood that if I haven't experienced this. And it wasn't my fault. Somebody did it to me. But I still have to deal with this, right? I didn't do it. Somebody else did it. But it affected me. And if I try to speak, it hurts me. There's a lot of things I can't do. I try to speak, it hurts. I try to eat, it hurts. And yet it's numb at the same time. So looking at my twin, it's the same message, right? Somebody did something. It wasn't me, and it wasn't him. It wasn't his fault. But it hurt him. And it caused him to feel numb. And yet he's hurting inside. And I know that because I'm going through it. And if I have to go through this, he's going through it in a different way, but the same thing. So whatever it is that you're going through in your life, it's helping you understand something. It's helping you be more compassionate. It's helping you, I don't know, why did I lose that place? I didn't lose that place. Because maybe if I took that place, what's going to come for me, I wouldn't be able to do that. So everything you're going through is helping you prepare you for what you've asked for. And something that's been difficult for you is going to turn into something positive. It's either going to show you compassion, understanding, or it's going to show you that you're strong enough to overcome. It's going to show you that you can go in front of people with a frozen face and not be mortified, right? I would normally hide, you know, but I was so excited about sharing what I needed to share that I didn't even think about that. I just went and did it, right? Oh, who wants to do a soul family meetup? I was so excited. I was out. And why? Because this is for Tim Tarian. When I said that Spirit wants him to go somewhere different, right? A little bit of a break. I went out on my patio And I started repotting all my plants, and the wind was blowing like crazy, and the rain was splattering all over me, and I had my hands in the soil. That gets me grounded, right? It gets me connected to what matters. And I thought, you know what, that rose bush is in too small of a pot. So I bought new pots, and I repotted so that they had room to grow. And I gave them positive soil. And then I heard this song, and I was so in the flow, right? I was hearing what Spirit was trying to say to me, and there was something that I needed to express. And I didn't think about this. It's kind of like, you know, you get so excited about something, you forget to be embarrassed. Or I'm so full of love for you that I forget that I'm scared to speak. I'm so full of love that I forget that I'm mad at you. Because you can be mad at somebody and love them very, very much. And sometimes you realize that, why are you mad anyway? Why don't you just let it go? You know, that has, to me, it's like a lot of times there's a lot of blocks and a lot of people don't move forward because I'm supposed to be mad at you. You did this, and so I'm supposed to be mad at you, and now I'm supposed to hold this stance because this is how we do it, right? You did that because you did that, now I have to not talk to you. But because if you don't, you're not holding up the wall, or you're not, it's got to be reciprocal. And I don't know, when I heard that song, that sounds like somebody who's going through a lot, right? Doesn't it? Sounds like somebody who's hurting. And no matter what happened, they're hurting too. So why don't you just forget about being mad? Why don't you just allow yourself to feel what you're feeling in your heart and go with that, right? I didn't think about the fact that my whole face is frozen and it's hard for me to talk. I just wanted to tell you guys I got excited and I wanted to talk to my soul family, right? So sometimes people get too lost in the words and they forget the feelings. And this is telling you that we can change things with our own energy. You know, there is something that's taken root. There is something that's there. You don't see it right now. And maybe you've been focusing on the fact that you're not seeing it. You're focusing on that instead of focusing on what it feels like. Something is coming out of the darkness. Something good is coming out of the darkness. And in time, we'll understand why we went through what we went through. I don't know, there's a blessing. We got this yesterday, I think. I've gotten it several times in my personal readings with people, that there was going to be a blessing in disguise. And it wasn't going to feel like a blessing at all. You don't see it as a blessing at all. So at the time, it feels like something difficult, right? Something difficult. Well, if I hadn't have had that happen, I would have taken that hacienda. I would have been there. This is what caused me not to take it. But because I didn't take it, I think something else really wonderful is going to happen. We are very blessed to have our soul family. We are very blessed. And that's another thing, Amy. There's so many people that don't have good relationships with their birth family. I said, my daughter's not speaking to me again, and I don't even know why. I have no idea. I've tried to contact her, and she just doesn't respond. So, you know, a lot of people don't have family, and yet we have our soul family because so many of us have the same issues, right? So many of us. We're here to reach out to each other. Now, Amy asked Archangel Michael. She asked Archangel Michael for protection. And then I asked for a soul family meetup, right? I thought about it afterwards. Why did I do that? I should just cancel. I should just tell them no. I can't talk. It's hard for me to talk. This is very difficult. I can't express to you how hard it is for me to speak. It's hard. And yet she got a message from Archangel Michael because I did this. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. When you ask for something, if you ask an angel and then they answer you like that, that's a big deal. It is to me. And I'm grateful that I could be the one to say that. I gotta find it again because that was just incredible. Angel over me. Replace your fear with love. You are eternally held safe within my arms, Archangel Michael said. That's pretty freaking amazing because when you look at it really close, Amy, that is Archangel Michael. That's a male angel. That's amazing. The song right now is Sunflower. Thank you. You could be my sunflower. You are the sunflower. You're so happy. I know I come and go, but I can't help it. I think your love would be too much. Unless I stuck around, you could be my sunflower. Marinelle, would you like a message from Spirit? I recognize that you're a new name on here. You're left in the dust. My sunflower. Unless I stuck by you, you're left in the dust. Your love would be too much. How sad. I kept seeing sunflowers all day today. Third time. What's the third time tonight? Hey, Rocky. Want a message from Spirit, Rocky? We're doing a soul family reading. I'm just going to ask for one. Marinelle didn't answer, so I'm going to ask for one for Rocky. The journey. The journey. You're soaring to new heights. So Spirit wants you to experiment. They want you to play. They want you to do things differently. They want you to express yourself and feel free to express yourself in any way you see fit. Explore the possibilities for your life. Following the rainbow across the horizon, because that's where the pot of gold resides. Whenever Spirit says explore the possibilities or explore your options, a lot of times people think that that means, like if you're asking about a relationship, I'll use this as an example. I'm asking about a relationship and you get explore your options. And then they get really sad. They're like, wow, does that mean it's not going to work? No, it means explore all the gazillion ways that Spirit can make that work. So for you, Rocky, I don't know if it has to do with your health or what it has to do with, but this is about exploring the possibilities. Because for Spirit, there are endless possibilities, right? There are no walls. So they're asking you to soar to new heights. Yourself. They want you to experiment. They want you to have fun. They want you to play. And they want you to explore the possibilities that are out there. Because there's something across the rainbow they want you to follow. There's a pot of gold there waiting for you. I wonder what that is. Yeah, 3 times the angel card came up. And when something happens 3 times, you have to pay very close attention. Health. So you explore the possibilities. Possibilities are endless. And what can you do? What do you like to do that's fun? What do you do to play? What is it that you like to do to play? Because playing is a way that we can relieve stress and pressure. Playing is a way that we manifest. Correct for neutrality. You're welcome. I'm going to do one for Maribel. I think it's Maribel. Is it Marinelle? Maribel. Oh, where is it? Marinelle. I'm doing a reading for you. Correct for neutrality from Marinelle. Guidance. So you're being asked to release the past and allow the winds. We've had a lot of crazy winds. Allow the wind to push away the past and bring in new positive energy. Because we are a creation that is endless. It continues on and on and on. There's no beginning, there's no end. So again, this is the second time today that Spirit has made the message about going with the flow. Just allow yourself to go with the flow like a river. Spirit says we'll keep you safe. Just go with the flow. Don't try and push uphill. Don't push against the... Yeah, get outside, be in nature, hike. There you go. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. All right. I want to keep asking for messages, but I don't know. So who wants another message? Doesn't matter if you've already had one. We'll do it again. This is I don't know, it builds confidence. It builds confidence in Spirit, and it's I don't feel like we should get off the line right now. I feel like there's people right now that need this exchange, this energetic exchange. I know that there are. So give me a name. Or I'm going to start. I'm going to start with Amy. Amy. Tranquility. Trust. All is going to turn out well. Everything is going to fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility is going to result. Trust. This is the second time Archangel Michael is asking you to trust. Trust, it's going to work out. It's going to be okay. Christina, emotions. They're unexpressed emotions inside of you that need to come out. You need to say exactly how you feel. Spirit's saying it's safe for you to express your truth. Whatever it is. Whether you just have to stand in your room and express your truth to Spirit. If you're frustrated, if you're angry, if you're upset, if you're whatever. If you want to say something positive, do that. But you want to say something. Something needs to come out of you. And you're safe to do it. Maybe there's somebody that you need to say something to. Doesn't have to be angry. It could be something wonderful. Okay, joy. Correct for neutrality for joy. Electricity, thunderbolt, activation. There's a lot of activation, energetic activation going on right now. You are subconsciously connecting. You're connecting with the power that lies amongst the stars. Right now, there's a lot of activity actually going on right now, and you are being energetically connected with. They're telling you that there's a message coming. A message coming. I don't know how it's coming to you. It's coming from a place beyond time, but the message is coming. So it might come in a dream. It might come in an epiphany. Whatever it is, they want you to keep an open heart and open mind because a message is coming. Ooh, I love when that happens. That's for joy. Ooh. Tammy. Correct for neutrality. Tammy. Healing. Positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. John. John. My mouth is a mess. I'm trying not to think about it. John. Third time we got this. A message from afar. Expect positive news. Refreshing news. There's a positive outcome for everyone. One for me. I can't remember all the names. If I'm forgetting names, tell me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who am I reading for? Good Lord. I don't know who. This is for me, right? Am I doing this for me? Oh. I have to sit on my knees because my thing's too short. Okay. I'm doing one for me? Was it me? Who was I doing this one for? Me? How funny. Of course I get this one. Instinct. Follow your instincts. You're making a current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. I just said that to my landlord. I just said that. Probably, keep it simple. Making it more complicated than it needs to be. Okay. All right. Who's next? Correct for neutrality. Who's next? Me again? I already did one for me, didn't I? Okay. My life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of my soul. I am to trust, let go of fear, because I am eternally protected. I am supposed to be patient because all happens in perfect timing, divine timing. Felicia. All right, Felicia. And then Lee. Okay. Felicia. Emotions. You are awash with unexpressed emotions. You need to say exactly what you feel because it is safe. Safe for you to speak your truth. Lee. Don't get so caught up in the everyday drama of life. This is a place beyond time. So close your eyes, focus on your breath, and go to that place beyond time. That place that's always filled with love. Go there. Sarah, absolutely. Sarah. Correct for neutrality, Sarah. What's going on, Sarah? What's going on for Sarah? Take a screenshot of her card so you can share it with her. Unless you want to, you can bring this to her and show her. Sarah. Infinity. Dearest one, rest within the light of your soul. Feel my spirit alive within you. The spirit of the goddess of nature, the earth and stars, accept the love and light that we are showering upon you. You are part of the infinite I can't say the word, sorry. Cosmos. One of the united collective. I'm going to do another one for Sarah. Wow. Okay, I've got ringing in my ears right now. Hold on. My left ear is ringing. What am I supposed to... I'm supposed to do a different message for Sarah. Heal yourself. For Sarah. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Correct for neutrality. Sarah. What is the message for Sarah? Correct for neutrality for Sarah. How interesting. Procrastination. The number is 8. Infinite supply. Procrastination. Sarah is Amy's sister. She had a stroke and she's in an assisted living home. And there's this person that is holding up a light, and she's got a black cat behind her. Black cat is spirit. Spirit is always the black cat. The number 8 means that there's an infinite supply of whatever it is that you need. So procrastination, what could Sarah be procrastinating about? Look at the picture. Something that she needs to do. Is she supposed to do certain exercises? Is there something that she's supposed to do? She needs to take responsibility herself. It's interesting. I like this. Because there's always something that we can do, right? It makes you feel like you're more in control of your own life. There's something that she's been procrastinating, putting off doing, doubting that she can do it, but she can do it. She can do it. Spirit says that they want her to face her fear. They want her to face... See, I'm talking with I had a stroke on my face. That's what it feels like, right? It's hard for me to do this, but I can do it. I'm making myself do it. Yes, she can walk. Yes, she can. She's procrastinating. Spirit, this is the message. She isn't walking because she says she can't. She can walk. She's procrastinating, trying. She needs to exercise. She's putting off doing something. She's saying that she can't do it, but it's because she's afraid that she's going to fail. So she needs to not be afraid. The worst thing that can happen is that she'll stumble, right? So she has to try. She has to get up and do something. She has to have the courage to face her fear. She's got to pick up weights, hand weights, something. There's something that she can do, but she's putting it off. So Spirit says, these are important things that are being called to action. You need to do this. And you're not because you're afraid that you can't. And that's not the truth. You're limiting yourself. Well, Spirit's telling her not to be afraid of the pain. There's things that she can do a little bit at a time, but she has to do something. She is keeping herself in that place. There's nothing you can do, Amy, if she doesn't choose to do this. But Spirit is telling her she's procrastinating, and it's not true. What she believes is not true. She doesn't have to do anything perfectly. She just has to try. And when we try, Spirit meets us halfway. But we have to do something, right? There's something required. Tell her I'm doing this reading and my face is freaking paralyzed. It's very hard for me to speak, but I'm doing it. Probably sounds weird. It feels awful. It actually hurts. It's like I told you, I feel like I'm lifting a 5-pound weight with my lip. It's hurting, it's hard. So, it doesn't always feel good, but you can do it, right? So, yes, she needs to ask Archangel Michael to help her. She needs to ask Archangel Raphael to help her. She's got a sister that wants to help her. All she needs to do is make the effort. Okay, was there somebody else that asked for a message? I'm actually not going to be able to stay on for much longer because this is actually hurting. I need to rest it. I think I've pushed it too far. I want to ask for a message for, I'll say that it's for the United Collective, right? For all of us. But I'm asking for a message for my twin. I don't think I've ever done that. Hey, Christine. Christine, we're doing readings if you would like one. I'm asking for a message for my twin. My spiritual twin. I don't think I've ever done that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Babe, this is for you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This message is for you. There's no mistake for you to have to understand which one applies to you, because this one's for you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Jake. A hole in the soul. So there's a hole in the soul. The number 36 is 3, first of all, full circle completion. Also the Ascended Masters working with you. And the number 6 is you're too focused on this material world. Whether that be financial, whether that be what anyone thinks of you, whether that be limiting, like whatever this world limits, like you feel limited in some way. And 3 and 6 together is 9. And 9 says you have everything that you need, light worker, to get moving on your illuminated path. Stop procrastinating. This is talking about childhood wounds that come up to disrupt your life. They fuck up your life. And what happens is a constant state of a low-grade depression that hangs over you. It gives you this perpetual empty feeling. The song right now, it's this empty feeling. If as a child you tried to do everything right, you tried to make it all right by picking up whatever mess was around in your family, by trying to fix the drama. I did that too. I was the fixer in my family. And then all of a sudden, what happens? You're trying to do this, and then you take on a false sense of who you are. That's not who you are. You aren't what happened to you. You aren't what you experienced. You lose the connection to your own authentic, truthful self. And you disconnect from your true feelings. You're numb. You're in pain and you're numb. But you disconnect this way. You disconnect from what you truly want, what you truly desire, what you truly need. And you wear a mask because you're trying to make them feel comfortable. And them. And them. You don't want them to feel awkward. So you put on a mask. And you detach. And you end up extremely lonely and isolated. Because your true self is inside begging to be recognized. So you're being encouraged to discover the truth of who you are. If there's something in your childhood that you haven't learned, if there's something in your childhood that's come up and you don't want to look at it, that's what keeps you in this place. It could be in your childhood somebody was supposed to love you. Somebody was supposed to love you. You trusted someone to love you, and they didn't, and they hurt you instead. It's not your fault. You were abandoned in some way. You were neglected in some way that was very important to you, and it's not your fault. And you need to say that. It's not okay what you did to me. It's not okay what didn't happen. And look what's playing right now. Apple Bottom Jeans. That was the song that came on earlier. How interesting. That song was playing the night I met you. I was dancing on the dance floor when this song played. So you're being encouraged right now to mourn whatever it was in your childhood that's creating a hole in your soul, and then let it go, because you're hurting and you're numb and it's difficult to function, and it's not your fault. But you don't have to put on a mask, and you don't have to pretend to be okay, and you don't have to pretend to be what they want you to be to make other people happy. You just be who you are, and what you want, you get to have. You deserve it. There's a hole in your soul, and it comes from when you were a child, and I saw it, and it's not okay. And there is somebody that loves you for who you are, and you need to embrace that. You need to know that you deserve that. You don't want to feel this way. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, it hurts. Hi, Linda. Do you want a reading, Linda? That was for my twin soul. I've never done one of those for him before. Even though all of these messages apply to all of us, I've actually never asked for one for him. So I know he watches these readings. And I know that that was one of the things that happened when we connected. I gave him my dreams, and I saw things that happened. And things probably came up from the past, things that he would rather not look at. And it's really difficult to have to face shit like that. And it makes you mad at the people who uncover it, right? So it might have been me, right? Somebody was trying to take something out, and it hurt me. And I'm sorry that I did that, but you hurt the ones you love, right? And I was told to say the things that I said. I know what happened to you, and it's not okay. And you are loved. Okay, Linda. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Linda. You're welcome. Linda, for Linda Kennedy. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Linda. The flame of love. You're being asked to radiate unconditionally that flame of love. Imagine it radiating from your body in all directions. Stand tall in your sense of self. Own your truth, who you are. Because the healing power of love is going to help burn through some illusion that you have in your life. And when you allow that to happen, you're going to discover new possibilities for your life. This is a powerful time for you. This is a time where you have energy that's allowing you to create. It's allowing you to transform and bring to life ideas that you have that are going to benefit your life. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, you guys, I think that's it, right? I'm going to have to let everybody go because I'm having a hard time talking. And my message was to, the message that I got, you guys, and remember I said I don't know what it's about? I got to find it. I had a message. And I was told to do something, and I said I don't know what that's about. Where is it? You're welcome. I just have to see this. The thing that I was supposed to do. Remember, and you guys thought that it had to do with my my trip. Where is it? It's gonna be the last one. I'm having like electricity shoot through my lip right now. I can't find it. Yes, I can. Where is it? Where is it? How interesting. I can't discover where it went. Here. Okay, so my message was, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You're being guided by an angel. If you have been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, then this is your confirmation. Just do it. And it's Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. And I said I didn't know what it was, but it was talking and telling my twin this. It was his message. I was being guided by an angel to proceed because he is the dearest to my soul. I'm not to be afraid. I'm going to take a chance and follow my heart. I'm being guided to speak that. That needed to be said. And I do waver whether it's appropriate for me to say anything or not. But clearly, that was my message. I'm glad I did it. He needs to hear it. You know, it's kind of like Sarah. Sarah's afraid of the pain. She doesn't want to try. She doesn't think she can walk because she's afraid of the pain. But she's got to try, right? Same thing with what happened with my twin. I've seen things happen, and what happened to him was awful. And he's afraid to try too, because he's afraid of being hurt again. So you keep yourself numb, and you put on a mask, and you pretend to make everybody else happy. But you're not happy, and you deserve to be loved, and you deserve to not feel fear. And you deserve to hear that it wasn't your fault, and that it's okay to say that out loud. It's not my fault. I didn't do this. Somebody else that I trusted did this to me. And I was hurt because of it. It's hurt me and it's made me numb. Okay, so now you said it. But you got to let it go. And understand that you're loved and you deserve the best. And that goes for all of us. Thank you. So, good night. Thank you, everybody says. Much healing. Thank you. I hope my nerve heals completely too. I love you guys. Thanks for being my soul family. Thanks for coming and hanging out. And I hope this has been helpful. I hope that Sarah listens, Amy. And I'll speak to you guys again soon. Thank you. And Melissa, I got you, yeah? I got you. Okay. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll talk again soon. Peace.